I have many strange dreams, as I'm sure most people do, and like most people, I don't always remember those dreams. Whenever I can remember anything, I try to write down as many details as I can, just so I can look back on it and remember all these strange dreams I've had. I try to be as descriptive as I can on how things appear, whether it be the colors or the shapes or the atmosphere as a whole, but it's never quite the same as being able to see it. I'm not the best at writing, so being descriptive with words is hard for me, but I can at least try to sketch it for you so you can see it as well. I'm just taking this small little scene from a dream and redrawing it from a completely different perspective just to get an idea of what it might look like. This particular dream had a lot of random scenes and storylines in it, but there was this one brief moment where I saw this mushroom forest from the sky, and that was the only time I saw it. I only saw it flying above this mushroom forest, and I got to see colors and had a basic idea of how tall these mushrooms were, but I wanted to try drawing that from a completely different angle with the few details I did see in mind. This drawing is more or less exactly how I saw it in the dream, of course minus the dark spooky fog, but I perceived the fog was there because I was looking at it from above. Underneath all of the bright shrooms, it just looked very dark and I couldn't see anything below that. It was also a very dense forest, so I did try to convey that in this image. I did take some creative liberty, of course, because I can't remember every little detail. I mostly remember the colors they were, the swirls on the shrooms themselves, and that's about it. So some things like the very grayish atmosphere of the forest, or the possibility of them being luminescent a little bit, were some things I added to make the scene a little more interesting. Now this was a fairly quick drawing. I did it in less than 3 hours, but I just wanted to do something really quick and simple just to get the idea across, and I think it accomplishes that. And it is kind of funny too, this was such a small, insignificant part of my dream, but I just felt the need to draw this particular scene, so here it is. It is a little bit unfair that I tend to be more creative when I'm dreaming than when I'm awake. I don't think I would have been able to think of something like this unless I had dreamed it, so maybe I do need to take more inspiration from the things I dream and turn them into pieces of art. At the very least, it gives me something to practice with and something a little more abstract and unusual. But there it is, there's the spooky, swirly mushroom forest. I don't really know what it's called, but I actually kind of like how it turned out, despite it being very imperfect and a very rushed drawing, but I still have a lot of practice to do with digital painting. I'm not an expert and I don't do it very often, but I do like to practice whenever I feel creative enough to do so. I hope you all liked this video and this really quick sketch, but that's all. I'll see you later.